So you're about to go solo traveling and you're shitting brick. You don't think you'll be able to make friends. You'll be stuck on the side of the road, sad and lonely. Your life will be miserable. Maybe it's not quite that dramatic, but you think it will be hard to make friends as you solo travel. That, my friend, is false. I have never made friends easier than when I solo travel. I'm gonna give you a rundown on where to make friends, how to make friends, and what to expect when you solo travel in terms of friendships and relationships. I can hopefully put your mind at ease a little bit. It's so easy. It is the best thing in the world. You've got to think about the context of solo travel. Go to a country that is most likely very highly touristy, that is populated by a lot of young people, staying in hostels or social environments, surrounded by people that also like to solo travel and are probably also looking to make friends, and visiting touristy destinations. And you're telling me we can't make friends. First, I'm going to give you a couple of confidence tips so that you feel comfortable going out and making friends. First thing I always recommend to people, which you're going to hate, I'm going to be totally honest, is that you've just got to do it. The best way to build your confidence in talking to people and making friends is actually pushing yourself out of your comfort zone in baby steps and taking it very, very slowly. So what I would recommend is when you go out in a new city, talk to people, but ask them very simple questions. For example, you might go up to someone who works at the train station, so it's very normal for them to have people coming up to them and asking questions, and you might ask them a question about the train system. The next time you do it, you might ask them what the time is, then dabble in a little bit of small talk. Now you've already started the conversation. And then you might move on from authority figures to people on the street, and you'll ask them, hey, do you have the time? Or hey, do you have directions to so-and-so place? Very normal question to ask. You could ask that question and just leave. You've already made huge progress. Then you continue building. Ask people on the street is, do you have directions to so-and-so place? Because the response might be, oh, I don't have the directions, I'm sorry, I'm actually lost myself, I'm a solo traveler. Say, oh, I'm just visiting here, so I don't really have a great sense of direction. And you go, oh, I'm traveling too, where are you traveling from? And you've found a point of commonality, and you've found someone else that also solo travels and is really likely to make friends. So that would be my first recommendation. You will familiarize yourself, get more comfortable with talking to people and furthering conversation. So that's a really good way to dip your toe into the water. It also provides you with social proof that it's not as scary as you think it is. Everybody, poof, freaks out, thinks it's scary because they haven't done it for so long. Show yourself the proof by doing it that it's actually not that scary. You make strides in the right direction. Next tip is to FaceTime acquaintances or friends, kind of help you practice with social skills. Like calling people or you don't like FaceTiming people, trust me, I've been there. FaceTiming is a really great way to do that without actually putting yourself there. Because worst comes to worst, you hang up the phone and you freak out. Do you know what I mean? Call some friends and family that maybe you don't talk to very much. You can then invite them out from there. Another way you can do this is voice memos, Snapchat videos. The third tip, which is kind of following off the last tip, this is adulting, baby, seriously. If you need to book any appointments, talk to any companies, call them. Don't email them. And try not to overthink how you talk. The more you talk to people, the more comfortable you'll get, and you won't use that like customer service tone, and you'll sit in your normal voice and be able to answer quicker and things like that. And then my fourth tip is you need to actually work on your relationship with yourself and be more comfortable in yourself and who you are. Because if you hate yourself, I know a lot of us do, it's really hard to show up in social settings, develop interpersonal relationships, because you don't know who you are, you don't know how to show up as your most authentic self. So work on your relationship with yourself. Okay. I am drinking water out of a beer jug. What are these called? What are the best environments to meet people? You're gonna have heard this all the time because I have made virtually every friend I've ever had in hostels. I call them hostels. It's an Australian thing. I don't want to hear a bloody peep about it. Because you share a space with people, out of basic respect for the other people that you share a space with, when new people come into the room or when you arrive in the room, you always start with a hello. And from there, when I tell you, it is the easiest way to transition from stranger to best friend within the span of a night. It's insanity. 5 minutes will pass of us asking where we're from, what do you do, why do you travel, why are you here? We'll transition from that to we are now partying. Hostels also offer walking tours. That is a great way to meet people. They offer activities in the hostel. They might do cooking classes. I've been to a lot of hostels that do like cooking classes of like the local food. It's very fun. What else do they do? You do a lot of pub crawls. Also a great way to meet people, especially if you've had a drink or two for some confidence. Not that I recommend it. It does loosen you up a little bit. Number 4, a great destination to meet people is in the touristy spots. There will be a lot of other solo travelers there and you can ask them to take a photo for you. So you would be surprised how easy it actually is to meet people in touristy spots, and you can kind of just feel out the vibe. The fifth place to meet people is doing a volunteer experience or a Worldpackers experience, because you will find a lot of young people do them as well. And also you get free accommodation doing Worldpackers experience. I recommend this all the time. I am affiliated with them. It is the best budget travel tool I have ever found. Other great ones too, but this one I use on a regular basis. I'm in the process of booking another one. I did a Worldpackers volunteer experience at a rural yoga retreat in Portugal, and I met a French girl. On the first day, we start talking. I am still friends with her. And then I traveled to 3 more countries with her. So volunteer experience is a really great way to meet people and make more friends. So I hope all of these tips help you. I promise making friends while solo traveling will be the easiest place you will make friends. Preach this from my heart and soul. I will preach it until the day I die. It's the easiest place to make friends. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself. See if you wanna stick around and subscribe. I'm a writer, I'm a solo traveler. I've been traveling for 2 years. I'm really passionate about making people laugh, inspiring people not to take life too seriously, to really heal and make the most out of life. Hope you stick around. I'm not going anywhere. You can subscribe if you so wish. I love you. Go and make some friends.